All right, hi everyone. So I'm going to show you how to do the match that graph activity. Now this is basically for your practice. So the physics classroom recently, I like literally just realized this, but they don't allow you to put your name in anymore unless you make an account. And like the school has to pay for me to have you guys have an account and things like that. So for right now, we're just not gonna do that. So you're gonna basically do this as guest. So I can't really give you guys credit for it because there's no way to prove that you did it. So anyway, you're just gonna leave guest here. You press start. Again, like I said, this is for your practice because there will be questions like this on the quiz. So wizard level, you're gonna do all. I would do all three levels. I'm just going to show you a couple from the wizard level just to show you how you actually do it. Okay. So basically what you're going to do is it says, consider the given graph on the left, match it to the corresponding graph on the right that describes the same motion. So you're going to look at this graph on the left-hand side, and then you're going to find the graph here that matches to that motion. So it says tap on the graph to toggle to a different graph matching the given graph. So all you do is click on this and you see how it'll change. All right. So if we look at this graph right here, we know that the slope of a position versus time graph is velocity. So what we want here is we want a velocity that starts like high because it's a steep slope. And look, that's a negative slope. Do you see how it's going down? So we want a velocity that starts negative and then goes to a velocity of 0 because we move toward a slope of 0. And look at that, I just ended up on it. I didn't even mean to do that. But do you see how this velocity starts high and negative and then goes to 0? The slope starts high and negative and goes to a slope of 0. So you want a velocity that starts high and negative and goes to a velocity of 0. So then you click check answer and it'll tell you dead away. Yeah, you did a good job, basically. I'm hoping the next one is no. Let's do a different one. Can we do a different one? No. Okay, let's just do this one too. I wanted to show you when they give you a velocity one and how you match position. So again, position versus time graph. The slope is velocity. We can see that this slope is constant and it's positive. Look, this velocity is constant and it's positive. So that's going to be our answer. All right, so that's our answer for that one. And then hopefully, yes, okay, so they give us velocity versus time graph now. Okay, so you have to be careful and you have to really pay attention to what kind of graph they give you. So if you have a velocity versus time graph, that means that they're telling you what the slope should look like for the position versus time graph, okay? So velocity versus time graph, the velocity starts high and then it goes to 0, which means high and positive, I should say, and goes to 0, which means that we want a slope that starts high and positive and then goes to 0. This slope is constant, so it's not going to be this one. We want a slope that starts high and positive and goes to 0. Look, this slope starts at 0 and goes high and positive, so we don't want that one. We want a slope that starts high and positive and then goes to 0, just like the velocity, because we know slope is velocity. So this is going to be our answer here, because the slope here starts high and positive and then goes to 0. So that's going to be our answer. Check answer. And we got it right. Okay, so that's how you're going to do this match that graph activity. I recommend do all of the levels. That way you have a lot of practice with this and you can see that you're doing it right. And then that way you can do really well on the quiz when you see these problems on the quiz. All right, good luck. Let me know if you guys need any help.